Hey everybody, it's Shannon. How you doing tonight? Hopefully good. I am going to be making a quick card tonight using the Sweet Treats Cricut cartridge. I just got this one. Actually, I got it for Christmas, and this is going to be the first thing I've made with it, so I'm really excited to use it. What we're going to be making is a card using this flower right here on page 50 of your handbook. And I'm actually going to be doing it in colors very similar to the book. That just happened to work out because I have kind of a little funny thing to share with you. We're going to be using this on our card in a few minutes, and I'll explain more about what that is. You're probably going to think I'm crazy, but that's okay. I kind of am. Let's go ahead and load our paper. And what we're going to be doing first is cutting this base flower. I'm thinking I want it at 3 inches, so I'm going to go ahead and change my size. And we're doing this flower, so we don't need to hit shift or anything, we just need to hit the flower. And you can look over here in the window to make sure that the right flower comes up, and it did. So we're going to go ahead and hit cut. Right, that went ahead and cut. So now if we hit line return, it'll bring us back up here, and we're going to scroll over to our next color paper. Now you don't need to change the size or anything, everything is ready to go. So now we're going to hit shift and our flower again, and that's going to bring up the next piece of our flower. There it is. Perfect. And again, hit line return, about right there. And now the center of the flower, sorry I don't know if you can see this, the center of the flower is on our layers button, so we need to hit layers. And we'll go ahead and hit that flower again, and it should bring up the little center dot. Hit cut, and I'll be right back. Alright, we're back, and now we're going to assemble a really cute, simple card. Let's go ahead and get started. I have a sheet of 8.5 by 11 cardstock here. And to make a card, we're going to go ahead and cut this down to 5.5. So one sheet of 8.5 by 11 cardstock will allow you to make 2 cards. For this, we only need one, so we'll put the other one out of the way. We're going to go ahead and fold this in half. And this is our card base. Alright, I want to use this paper as a background. I know it blends in with our white, that's okay. So what we're going to want to do is we're going to want to cut this piece of paper at 5 1/4 by 4. And that's going to lay right onto here. I'm also thinking that I'd like to add this piece across the middle. To me it looks a little bit big, so I'm going to go ahead and cut it down, so you can just eyeball that and cut it however you like. And I want that to cover the whole card like this. So let's go ahead and adhere this. This layer is going to go down next, but instead of putting it down, I want to go ahead and add my ribbon to it first. Now this is where I told you I was going to do something kind of crazy. I am going to use this black twill ribbon. And what's crazy about this is this was not made or meant to be used in card making. I repurposed it from something else. This actually, believe it or not, was one of the straps that came inside a dress I bought. You know how some of the nicer shirts, dresses, things like that, they'll have these loops in the shoulders, and those are in there to kind of help hang it nicer, or to keep it up on the hanger. Well, I personally can't stand these. I always cut them out of my clothes, and normally I throw them away, and today I thought, why am I throwing these away? I could use that in a card. So that's exactly what we're going to do. What I like to do, sorry my paper's a little bit bent here because I already stuck it down once, but what we're going to do is just measure it a little bit longer than our piece of paper, and we're going to lay it where we want it. And it's not perfect, it's not perfectly even, it was not meant for this purpose, but I think that just makes it all the more fun. I've added some adhesive to the back of my paper, and I just take the ribbon tails and stick them right down on the back like that. Okay, now this is ready. I'm going to add just a little more adhesive since I pulled it off my card once. This is ready to go ahead and stick down. Okay, I think it looks really cute. We'll see how it looks when we're finished. Let's go ahead and assemble our flower. I'm using some Zig two-way glue. Just going to go ahead and add some glue to the back of here. If you haven't tried them before, you definitely need to try them. They're such a time saver. Okay, now our flower is assembled. See how quick and simple it is to pop this up. Actually, I have plenty of Pop-Tarts in here, as you can see, but I like to use all the pieces in between as well. I don't throw any of it away. So I'm just going to cut a couple of these off, and we will use those. I find using so many Pop-Tarts when I'm using all the in-between pieces as well. I feel like it's not wasting any. We're going to go ahead and stick our flower right down here, and we're going to use the rest of this piece. I'm going to cut it in some short pieces. I'm going to stick these through here and just tie little knots. Okay, let's go ahead and trim the tails on the ribbon a little bit. You can slide those over wherever you want them. And there we go. A really quick, simple card using something that you would never really imagine. And you know, why throw these things away? I made this whole card using nothing but scraps except for the card base, but it's just a really great way. Use up your scraps, use up ribbon. I mean, think of all the places that ribbon or twill comes from. You may not necessarily want to use it in your scrapbook, but for cards, you know, sky's the limit. Have a great night. Bye.